Welcome back. Tonight we are going to do something awesome. We are going to reverse sear a New York strip steak, but with a twist. Between the initial cook and the searing stage, we're going to marinate the steak in a butter bath. I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So let's get started. I'm going to start out with our steak rub, and to make that, this is going to be homemade. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup of coarse salt, and we're going to add a 1/4 cup of freshly ground black pepper, and then we're going to add about 1/8 cup of paprika. About 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder, about 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, tablespoon of garlic powder, 1/2 tablespoon of cumin, 1/2 tablespoon of dried oregano, and 1/2 tablespoon of dried thyme. And then we're just going to shake this up and get it good and mixed. And this is going to be way more than what we need for tonight, so we'll just be able to save this for the next time. All right, I've got a New York strip steak here that's about 7/10 of a pound, and you can see it's got a nice fat cap on it. What we're going to do is we're going to score this fat cap just to make sure that we get some of the spice on the inside. And then we're going to take our seasoning here and just give it a not too heavy of a coat, because this stuff has some kick to it. But just like that, we're going to pat it in, get the side, the other side, and get the back side. And we're just going to pat this in and let it sit for about 10 minutes or so, and let some of that salt kind of draw some of the moisture out of the steak. And so once we've let this sit, we'll meet you out at the grill. All right, we've got our grill up to 350 degrees, and what we're going to do is we're just going to set this on here, and I'm going to put a temperature probe in it, and we're going to let it sit till it comes up to about 110, 115 degrees internal temperature, and then we're going to take it off, and I'll show you the next step. All right, while our steak's cooking, we're going to make our butter bath, and I've got a pound of butter. We're just going to put in this aluminum pan. And I'm also going to add to it a couple of cloves of garlic and some fresh rosemary and thyme. And we're going to set that in the grill and let it melt for about 3 minutes. Okay, we're up to about 110 degrees internal temperature, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our butter bath off. I'm going to take the steak off, and we'll put it in the butter bath. And then I'm going to, well, let's give it a quick flip. And then I'm going to get some of these herbs that we've got. Just put it on top. And we're going to let this sit for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to throw it on the grill for a sear. All right, we've been letting our steak rest for about 8 minutes in the butter bath, and now I'm going to switch to a different grill. We got this up to about 550 degrees. What we're going to do now is we're going to transfer the steak from the butter bath onto the grill. And we're going to let it go about 45 seconds aside. And we're going to get a nice good char on this steak. And about halfway through each side, we're going to give it a quarter turn. There's 45 seconds for one side, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Put a quarter turn, and then we'll take it off, put it back in the butter bath, let it rest for a minute, and then we'll take it inside and cut into it. All right, we've let it rest for a minute. It's time to cut into it. Let's see what we got. Oh, that looks good. Got a nice medium rare temperature, which is perfect, just the way I like it. Let's have a taste. That's fantastic. That suits me just fine. Be sure to smash that like button. We'll see you next time.